Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. Today, we're watching Torchwood, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello. We're back.
Your favourite annoying podcasters are back. Oh, my voice is gone.
It's been a little while since we've recorded, although it's probably only been a week since you've heard us, because I'm putting Invasion of the Bane out, and then this. But, yeah, here we are. How are we today?
Tired and...
Yes.
Annoyed.
Well,
last night we had no cold water.
Oh, yeah, it's been a bit of a palaver, hasn't it?
And we were driving along, back from Mum's.
Today.
And, bish bosh boosh, beep, 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 you need to check your tyres.
Yeah. Looks like I have a puncture. And yeah, me and Ben changed my tyre to the spare wheel. We felt so macho.
Yes, we did. We did it.
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Actually, no, it wasn't. Once I found that little clicky thing, which was not kept with your...
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It's your fucking car.
Yeah. So my dad is really into cars, and he used to be a mechanic a long time ago. And he said... if you drive a car, you should know how to do certain things like that.
Yeah.
You know, which I do appreciate. But then I said to him, you know, Mum drives and she doesn't know how to do that. She wouldn't be comfortable changing a tyre. And my mum's response to that is, well, I'm a woman and I've got a husband to do it for me. How old-fashioned is that? Where's feminism
Well, she is
gone?
turning 60 in less than a month.
No, I know, but throughout her life, she would never have done it. She would have got Dad to do it. Just think, yeah, bit cheeky.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had no running water last night.
Oof,
we had to have two plumbers come out yesterday. One in the morning to change our tap, and he couldn't do it for some reason. Whatever the first plumber did, he managed to shut off our running water. So we had to get an emergency plumber out in the evening by the time we discovered that we had no running water. But yeah, I have to mention before we go on that the first plumber who came yesterday would get Hottie of the Week in my book.
If he was ever to be on Doctor Who?
No, just in life, he just gets Hottie of the Week.
Okay.
Oh my God, I opened the door to him and I was just like, hello.
Okay, let me just put it very clearly. Stephen is a thirsty bitch.
Yeah, I think everyone listening to this
That is the
podcast knows
title
that.
of the episode. Stephen is a thirsty bitch.
I think everyone knows that by now.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, we're a thirsty podcast. We have Hottie of the Week.
Yeah.
And there's going to be Hottie after the first 3 episodes, but there's going to be definitely one for me.
We'll come to that. But yeah.
Yeah. So what are we doing today?
Well, we've been watching a certain programme. We've started watching Torchwood, Series 1. We've watched the first 3 episodes, so we've watched Everything Changes,
Blech.
Day 1,
Blech.
and Ghost Machine.
Blech.
Okay. Does that give a hint as to how you would rank them?
Yeah, probably.
Just tell me first of all, what do you think of the show so far?
Meh.
Yeah, I got that feeling. I got that vibe.
Like, it's watchable.
Yeah.
And in some places I do think the characterization and the conversations that they have is a little bit better than, it's not as stilted as Doctor Who is.
Yeah.
But maybe that is because I'm an adult.
It's because it's for a different audience, yeah. I would say.
But like, I'm not a fan of John Barrowman.
No, we know that.
But no, I guess his character is okay. It's just, I just find him a bit like, if he's supposed to be like the guard, like the person who like guides them.
Yeah.
I would take Giles in a heartbeat over him.
Oh, yeah. Giles from Buffy, in case anyone wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing with Jack in Torchwood, it's like with Sarah Jane in Sarah Jane. Like, she's the doctor figure, and then Jack's the doctor figure in Torchwood. He's the one with experience and contact with the alien. Yeah, actually, rewatching it, it's been a while since I've watched this series, and rewatching it again, I'm really struck by how cringy John Barrowman can be. I've never really noticed it before, but that end of that last one we watched, Ghost Machine, he had that little scene with Gwen. They were looking out over the bay, and oh my God, it was like GCSE drama. It was like, I can't remember what he was saying, but he was just like, Gwen, the people out there, and it's just, I don't know, it was so weird and cringy.
Oh.
But he is capable of giving very good performances. So I mean,
don't get me wrong. We know he can act his heart off.
Yeah,
socks off, should I say? What annoys me the most is like this temptation that he's producing for her.
Oh,
He's obviously enamoured by her.
This is so weird as well, because I'd kind of forgotten that was a thing. But they're really kind of pushing that these first few episodes. Like that scene where he was, I think it was it in episode 2 or was it episode 3 where he was showing her how to fire a gun and stuff?
Episode 3.
Yeah, the one we watched last night. And it, it's all very like, oh, stand really close to me while I press into your back.
Yeah, it's like the old-fashioned, like, let me teach you how to do golf.
Golf or shooting a
Oh,
gun.
I saw a video the other day
Yeah.
of this woman who is a professional golfer.
Yeah.
She was like hip deep in water. Like she was just got a ball out of water and then she swung at it. This is golf, professional golfer. She swung at it and it went back in the water.
She swang, is that what you said?
Yeah.
She swang.
Yeah, she swung at it.
I'm not sure that's the word.
Swang?
Swung. She swung at it. But I think I'm going to say that from now on. Swang. Yeah, so this whole, this romantic flirting thing that's going on with Jack and Gwen, it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, thank God for that.
Because I'd forgotten it was even a thing. I don't know what they were doing, if they were trying to try it out or something, but...
Hottie of the Week does not deserve that.
Who's Hottie of the Week?
It's tied for me. Reese is definitely up there.
I love Reese.
Like,
yeah.
He's, oh my God, it's not just like his face, which is handsome.
He's a very cute.
It's like, he's just like, he cares for her.
Yeah, he's such a sweet, understanding boyfriend.
Yeah, and he cares for her and he understands this is important to her. So if it's important to her, it's important to him. Yeah. And that's very sweet. But
reminds me of someone.
Who?
You.
Oh, yeah. Don't think
You're
so.
a bit grumpier than Reese.
I am a bit grumpier. But yeah, do you want to know who he's tied with?
Yanto?
Absolutely not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, PC Andy.
So like, oh, he's so cute.
He's very dorky, isn't he?
Oh, that's my type.
Hello.
A dorky bear. I'm all over it.
Again, hello.
Like, that's my type. Anywho, we've got that over the way. The thirsty bit for Ben is done.
So you like Andy and you like Reese.
Yeah. Are we going to move on to Gwen yet?
Do you want to talk about Gwen? I mean, she's our kind of protagonist for the moment. Like, she's our... Oh, you're sighing. You don't like her?
Not that I don't like her. I fucking hate that was a maid.
Oh, you don't like the recasting?
Huh.
Yeah. Thing is, Doctor Who and the Whoniverse does do that sometimes. And I think they only do it when there's a good reason, like this person is so right for this role and you just have to accept it.
Yeah, I've got to accept it, Stephen, but like it just feels odd. I get it. I do get it. Like she just has a striking resemblance.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Resemblance. Yeah.
Resemblance with Gwyneth.
Yeah. There is a little throwaway explanation line that comes later.
Anyhow, yeah.
I don't know. You probably don't want to spoil that for you.
No, but yeah,
it is what it is.
I like the name Gwen.
Yeah.
I just don't think it suits her character.
Oh.
Like she should have been something like Samantha or Rebecca.
But it's a very Welsh name, and they really are trying to champion Wales in this programme.
Brilliant! I love a Welsh accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, hierarchy of Welsh accents. It's up there.
Yeah, they're showcasing Cardiff a lot, which is great.
Yeah, but Wales is a big place. Like, there's more to Wales than Cardiff.
Yeah, but
they mentioned Swansea.
Yeah,
that's down the road.
I think Russell T Davies lives in Swansea.
But what about like places like Aberystwyth?
Aberystwyth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what's that long name?
Oh God.
Luno.
Yeah,
Danu.
I don't know.
Let's try it.
I don't know even if I googled it, I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. So it starts with a. So I really like Gwen. I think she's a really strong audience surrogate. She's like the companion figure in Doctor Who. Like, especially in that first episode where she's sort of finding her way into Torchwood.
Yeah, it's definitely like urban fantasy. Like, the girl is not a part of the paranormal. Let's use this as a little thing, like paranormal. I know they're aliens, but
well, that does count as paranormal, I think.
Does it?
I would call it, because it's outside of the normal life. Yeah, for a human. Yeah.
So she's not a part of paranormal. She's not part of the paranormal world. She's part of the normal world, and then she slips in for one moment, and then that one moment, like she's above the in the car park and she's watching them bring that man to life.
Right at the beginning of episode 1, yeah. What?
That bitch.
Oh, Susie.
That utter fucking bitch. He was 19.
Yeah. She murdered him.
Had his whole life ahead of him, and just because she wanted to play with this thing,
the glove,
she did not need to do it. Like bringing back a fly, I was like, if you want to test it out, go to a fucking morgue. Like literally, like I'm sorry, but like
no, but she said it had to be violent deaths, and it had to be quite recently deceased. I think.
Yeah, go to the police officers. Go to the police. Get the radio and be like, oh, okay, there, we've got to go to Bridget Street.
I mean, I'm not defending her. I'm not defending her murdering people. I'm just trying to get it from her point of view. Like, you know, if she goes to the police, then she's got more risk of them finding out about Torchwood and stuff. Like, yeah. But I think Susie's a fantastic and fascinating character.
No.
And I think the actress Indira Varma did a fantastic job. And I love the fact that so when they were promoting Torchwood before it aired, she was in all the publicity shots. Her name comes up in the opening credits at the beginning. They really sort of set the scene that she's part of the team, so that it was such a shock when it turns out that she dies in the first episode.
Yeah.
And by the way, apparently Indira Varma has been cast in Doctor Who, the next series. So another recasting for you to get annoyed about. Unless she's playing Susie again. But I highly doubt that. Yeah, don't you think though, with the glove, like you can understand it, like to have that power to bring someone back from the dead, you would get addicted to it.
Yeah, I understand it, but I just think
it's
how
not
she's going about it is not right.
It's not a healthy thing for humans to have access
the ability to. No.
Yeah. And that's
humans do not have the right to control death. It's a natural order of things. We are prolonging it and I think we're pushing it.
Well, that's the thing. You say we don't have the right to control death, but you know, medicine is that not pushing back death? Is that not the same thing? So
pushing back death and being immortal are two different things. So I'm talking more about like stopping it altogether, like immortality,
or bringing someone back once they
have passed.
But then what about people who like their heart stops and then they get resuscitated or whatever?
It's different though.
No, I know. I'm playing devil's advocate because
I'm talking about immortality.
Yeah, I know.
And playing God that way.
Yeah.
And messing with the natural order of things.
Yeah.
Like in with the old, out in with the new, out in the
what? Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho. We've missed 2 characters. Toshiko.
Missed 3 actually. So Yanto and Owen.
Oh, Yanto's not a character really.
Oh, he is.
Stephen, we hardly see him. We see him do some pervy little thing like going onto a computer and deleting it. I'm literally like wanted to shout. I did shout, fucking write it.
Yeah.
Fucking write it.
Handwrite it, yeah, that would have made more sense.
He can't delete that.
Yeah.
Unless he goes into a house and, look, a diary. Let's read it.
Yeah. So, how much have you seen of Yanto so far? Because...
I see him as like this weird, like little receptionist.
Yeah, I think he is treated a little bit lowly. He makes the coffee, and he does all the menial stuff,
and takes in the pizza.
Yes,
and the Chinese.
But let's just say that may change. So Owen and Tosh, who should we talk about first?
We'll leave Tosh last.
Okay, so Owen, Dr. Owen Harper.
Please say he's not in it very much more.
Why?
I just find him a bit irritating.
He's not everyone's cup of tea. He's not a very likeable character.
No,
he's a bit of an arsehole.
Yeah, and he's a bit like he's very impulsive.
Yeah, he is. That's his function, isn't it, in the shows? He's the
spontaneity.
Yeah. Gut reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, I can understand like his gut reactions but the spray was a bit
in the first episode.
Yeah.
So he has this
yeah.
It's like an aftershave, isn't it? But it's like it makes him irresistible.
It's like a pheromone.
Yeah. And obviously, let's just say it wouldn't be made like that today because consent. We're a lot more aware these days, I think.
Yeah. It was great that we had a gay kiss first episode.
Yeah, there've been a lot of same-sex kisses already, haven't there?
Oh yeah, Gwen was like making out with a girl half her age.
Yeah, Karis. Yeah, Owen is he is a bit of an arsehole, but I think he's got a lot of baggage. And I think he has reasons for being the way he is.
Yeah. Does he have a romantic arc line?
Romantic? Oh, he does. He does, actually, yeah.
With Tosh.
Just wait and see.
With Tosh.
Just wait and see.
With Tosh.
Do you really think Tosh would be his type?
It's one of those, like, I didn't see you until now type of storylines.
Wait and see is all I can say on that. Maybe there'll be someone else.
I think Tosh is my favourite character, by the way.
I love Tosh. She's my favourite, 100%.
And I will tell you this for sure fact. I'm pissed. He gets Doctor, and yet she's a Doctor as well.
She's not. She's not really.
She is.
She's not. So you're talking about the fact we saw her in Aliens of London?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know the real world explanation for that. I'm assuming they decided that Tosh worked better as a computer geek character. It does get explained later on.
I do think that they should have flipped those.
What, you think she should have been the Doctor?
Because she worked so well as the Doctor. She was great.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we don't see very much of her. She's just stuck in the little behind the computer
thing is,
screen.
we've got episodes to go, and because it is an ensemble cast, we will get episodes that focus more on specific characters. So there is an episode coming up that's very Tosh heavy. Yeah, she's definitely my favourite as well. I love her to bits. So, yeah, we were saying the tone of the show. It's obviously very different from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It's got quite a bleak and quite depressing tone sometimes.
The 21st century is where it's all changed.
Yeah.
But what changes? You know, and that you're trying to set up humanity. Humanity would, people would, do better if they knew what they were going up against or what they needed to do.
Yeah.
If you knew it all changed, why don't tell the British government? What do they know? Is Harriet Flygout?
Harriet Jones. Well, she
says Fly.
She was from Flydale North. That was her constituency.
Oh.
But yeah, then she was the Prime Minister, and then the Doctor got her kicked out of office, didn't he? Remember? Yeah. So who knows?
Get kicked out.
Well, yeah, he managed to get a vote of no confidence going. But yeah, I wonder what she's doing now. And I wonder who the Prime Minister is now in the Doctor Who universe.
Is there a crossover, or has the ship already been destroyed before we see the Doctor thing here now?
So, so this is where it gets tricky and confusing, because the Torchwood that destroyed the Sycorax ship was Torchwood 1, the one with Yvonne Hartman that we saw in Army of Ghosts. That's a different Torchwood to this Torchwood.
Yeah.
So Torchwood 3 is the one in Cardiff, and that is based in Cardiff solely to monitor the rift, basically. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And it operates quite differently, because the Doctor wasn't really a fan of what Torchwood was doing in Series 2, was he?
No.
So I like to think that Jack's version of Torchwood is different.
How did Jack get off that plane?
Yeah, plane? Space station. Yeah. I was going to ask you that if you had any thoughts on that, because they haven't explained it.
So he would have to time travel off the ship, back in time, and then get to this time? Why did he choose this time? What was this time for? Why was this time so important to him? Oh, because he wanted to change the future. He wanted to make them prepared.
Well, the thing is, he can't die now. He's basically immortal. He doesn't age. He doesn't die.
For now.
What do you mean?
For now.
What do you mean for now?
Oh, that will get taken away from him.
Will it?
Bring back a bit of humanity back to him. Interesting.
Anyway, you will get an explanation at some point as to why he can't die.
He's as she pulled his soul back into his body, she pulled in the time vortex, and he's left in his body.
Kind of. I mean, if you think about what she was doing, she had access to the whole of time. He was dead. She wanted to bring him back, so she made it that Jack is alive. That's what she did. So essentially, she didn't just say, undo on his death. She just made Jack alive, and that's a fact that's now written into time. Jack is alive. So if Jack ever dies, he has to undie. He has to always be alive.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what they call a fixed point in time.
Oh.
But yeah, he can't die and he doesn't age. So you were asking, why did he choose this specific time? Well, one answer to that is maybe he didn't choose this specific time. Yeah. You don't know how long he's been on Earth working with Torchwood.
Yeah.
And B, maybe he's waiting for the doctor, looking for the doctor, because he wants to ask him about why can't he die and stuff like that.
Oh, did the Doctor cross over then?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, I bet it's not David 10.
Why?
I bet it's another Doctor.
You'll have to wait and see.
Was there a massive crossover episode for both of them?
You will have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see.
Your smile tells I'm correct.
You'll have to wait and see.
Your smile tells me I'm correct.
Let me just say that Russell T Davies was asked, would the Doctor ever appear in Torchwood? He said no, because then children would want to watch it. So that's a rule they kind of stuck to. The Doctor can't appear in Torchwood, but Torchwood can appear in Doctor Who.
Oh.
As long as it's tonally appropriate.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you think about the hub where they work?
Looked like a set though.
Yeah, you said that.
It's like the lighting's so off. It looks like it's just like some of it's like very paper mache-y.
Oh,
a bit
okay.
Like, I don't know. For me, it just looked a bit twee, and it looked like the budget wasn't there, and they put most of their budget on like aerial shots.
Oh, there's a lot of that, isn't there? A lot of aerial shots.
Standing on a building,
standing on a roof for no reason. Yeah,
we're standing, cuddling on this bridge.
Yeah,
let's do an overshot of it.
Yeah, I quite like the hub.
It's okay, but I do feel like the lighting needs to kind of be a bit more grungy.
Yeah.
To match the tone of the hub.
I get like a forensic vibe. Like I feel like it's like floodlights sort of thing. That has to be.
But I don't think it suits it.
Okay, you think it looks good?
Yeah, it's quite a dark noir stories.
Yeah.
I just think that the hub should be a bit more dimly lit to kind of give that like keep that noir feeling.
Yeah.
When you're in the hub, I think like you get ripped out and you'll feel like you're watching a different show.
Okay, yeah. Again, this is early days, and I think maybe they're still working out how to do things. Maybe the lighting does get better as the show goes on. I do hope
that they do a lot of lighting stuff or fixing like the tone.
I remember watching the first episode, and you suddenly went, "Why is there a fucking pterodactyl?"
Oh, for fuck's sake! Like, oh look, we got like leftover money for CGI budget from Doctor Who. Let's fucking just put a pterodactyl in here.
Yeah, it is
absolutely not. Pay it for Doctor Who because Doctor Who could do with it.
Yeah, it is a bit pointless.
Yeah, and I bet it would never turn up again.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
We'll see.
But yeah,
it's a bit like their pet. They have a pet pterodactyl.
Fuck's sake. It's out. It's a fucking carnivore, and they just let it fucking out. Poor people just go missing.
Also, like, isn't there more recent scientific research that shows that pterodactyls wouldn't have looked like that? Like, they would have been feathered or something. Yeah. So
they were like pretty much all dinosaurs.
Yeah, all dinosaurs were feathered, weren't they? Or like not what we know as modern feathers, but something similar.
Yeah,
something spiny. I think.
Just think like I personally think this like. Scales I personally think are like a very basic feather.
Okay.
Like a hard feather.
Okay.
And it evolves.
I like how you say I personally think, as if that's how science works.
No, I personally think.
That's what scientists say to each other. Well, I personally think this.
Okay, whatever, move on.
Weevils? Weird name.
Yes.
What are weevils? Aren't they
weevils
like
are in flour.
Yeah, aren't they little beetles?
Yeah, they're like little insects that, like, if you leave your flour too long, they just eat your flour.
I suppose they call them that because they're pests, and it's like these things are pests of the sewers.
Yes, but it also is like a bit like pointless.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah. They are. I think they look good.
They do look good.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell that they've got some stock shots of them.
Oh yeah, they use them in the intro, don't they?
Yeah.
But no, you'll see more of them. They're kind of like a basic stock creature to use in Torchwood when they need just something,
Yeah, I had a feeling on that.
Yeah. And yeah, when you in the first episode when he said about nothing leaves the base without my say so.
Yeah.
And you see them all take. So we talked about Susie practicing with the glove.
Yeah.
And Owen with his spray.
Yeah.
I love how Tosh's thing. She broke the rules. She took something home, but her thing was just like a book scanner. Like it scanned text and uploaded it to her computer.
Yeah.
So hers was the most innocent.
Yeah, but that was the most twee looking thing in the world.
Oh, the prop.
Like, no, the screen where you saw the photocopies of the book.
Oh, right, yeah.
For me, I would not have done that. I would have done it like some like ancient language, like just getting corrupted into English.
Oh, okay. I don't know. A lot of the graphics in these early episodes, like the on-screen graphics of computers, looks really twee. Like, you know that bit when Yanto was hacking into her computer and it was like Century Gothic font and it came up and it was like Gwen Cooper Home Intercept. And it's like you click on the drop down and it's like delete. Like it just looks so twee.
Yeah.
I think that gets better as the show goes on as well.
Okay.
Sometimes you just got to laugh at these things and
like
say...
Tosh's screen are a bit...
Yeah.
I hate when they do screens like that with that literally no. She'd be using like something like Windows and have loads of windows open.
I don't know.
But then you can't, I don't know, if you can have windows in a TV without paying windows.
Not on the BBC, probably.
There was a moment in episode 2 that I thought of you.
What was that?
When Kara said, you need to be a man. You need to be man.
Oh, it has to be a man.
Yeah.
Is that me?
That's you, yeah. not that I've ever think you've ever like passionately made out with a woman.
Well, you never know.
Oh, no, Stephen.
Yeah, right. I think you do know. Yeah. So there's this drug. He drugged Gwen so she'd forget everything. And it's an amnesia pill. It's a recipe he's mixed himself, and one of the ingredients was called retcon, which is a nice nod.
Yes.
They use that going forward as well. I think it's fun. It's a fun little reference. And did you notice the hand in the jar? We talked about that, didn't we?
That's Doctor's hand.
Yeah, what makes you think that?
Because he sliced his hand off on the ship.
Christmas Day.
Yeah. And Tosh kept it.
Yeah, so why... Because you remember Karis, smashed it, didn't she?
Yeah.
So why do you think he's so precious about it?
Because he thinks the Doctor's going to come back for it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you'll have to wait and see. So moving on to think more about episode 2 then. Is there anything else from episode 1 you wanted to talk about?
Not really, it was crap.
Was it really crap? I think it's one of the better ones. I think it's quite a strong opening. I think you found it a bit slow, didn't you?
I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, the first episode of a show is always going to be a little bit hit and miss, isn't it? Yeah. Because they have to set everything up. But I think it's a strong opening, and the twist with Susie is really good.
Her
performance.
I personally think it would be much stronger that she was in it a lot more, and then that is a big mid-season twist.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
that you have these murders that are dropping throughout every episode, but they're not the main focus.
Yeah, and
then suddenly you have this moment where actually someone in the group, you would have felt because she is nice. She comes across as very nice.
I don't know.
Don't you think? A mid-season twist is needed.
Well, how do you know? Maybe there's going to be one.
Oh, there probably is going to be one, but yeah.
Yeah. I just think her performance in that end scene where she, where Gwen comes and finds her.
Yeah.
Is so good. When she's starting to cry about, I loved this job. I really loved this job. It's really good.
But don't kill people then if you love that job.
Well, yeah. She's off her rocker a bit.
Why did she wear the glove? Is she the only one who could make it work?
I think they said they all had a go and it responded best to Susie.
So is this Torchwood, it's very artifacts based?
I would say so at this point, yes. But then that's where Jack was saying to Gwen when he recruited her, he was like, you're right, we could do more to help. Yeah. So until Gwen came along, I think it was quite artifact based, but yeah.
Jack's not an alien, is he? I'm pretty sure Yanto's an alien.
Why?
Because that'd be a good twist.
Here we go. This is I nearly called you Gwen. This is Ben.
Hi,
this is Ben's conspiracy theory for Torchwood. Yanto's an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think Jack's.
Oh my God, is there a gay sex scene?
Not in series 1, as far as I remember.
Oh. There is. Go forward then.
Yeah, Jack's not an alien. I think he's a human of the far future, from a colony, who was born on a different planet, but is still technically a human.
So Jack could have lived. So Jack could have gone back in time, and let's say he went back in time and saw Queen Victoria.
Right.
he could have lived through everything. He would have to stay away from himself and he's lived from Victoria's time all the way to today. Oh my God.
Sometimes I think it's like you wrote this thing.
And so he's had a hand in Torchwood for a very long time.
Maybe.
I'm good.
It's what you said about having to avoid himself as well. That gets mentioned.
Because he can't see himself.
Yeah. You are very good. Yeah, so thinking now about episode 2, which is... So it's called Day 1. It's Gwen's first day on the job.
Well, no, what it should be called is like orgasmic energy.
Yes. It's...
Power.
Yes. This is the classic example of when they thought, okay, we're making Doctor Who for an adult audience. Let's do something post-watershed and raunchy because that's what we can do. That's what adult TV is. But actually, it's not as mature as it could be.
No,
you know?
It's not. Like, this sex-mad alien...
Yeah.
What? It was sexy for the sake of being sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't need all that.
Yeah. I guess they were trying to say to viewers, like, this is not your grandma's Doctor Who anymore. Like,
yeah, because, like, you had them have, like, very awkward sex. He could not do a climax moan.
Okay. What, the man in the bathroom?
Yeah. It was very cringy. And, like, the man masturbates. And, why is there a fucking camera in the lady's
Oh, my God.
room?
Yeah. I don't know, because that's illegal, isn't it? In this country?
You're not allowed to have a CCTV in toilets or dressing rooms.
The awkward sex in the bathroom, and then the wanking bouncer, the bouncing wanker.
Or I can't think of anything.
No, it is disgusting, but I think it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be disgusting.
Yeah, it's his type of character. He's the sleazy, but then he goes to the boys at the beginning where she says, "Watch and learn, sons. Watch and learn, boys."
Yeah.
We did nothing. She just wanted to get in
the guy who got turned into dust was quite cute.
What with his Noel Gallagher hair?
Yeah, very 2000s hair.
Oasis hair.
But yeah, it didn't need to. I don't think it needed to be that graphic. But I suppose for the plot, because this is all about a sex monster, I guess you do have to see a bit of it. But yeah,
I just think like
it's widely regarded as probably the worst episode of Torchwood.
Yeah, like for me, like I turned to Steve and I said, like, well, is she a succubus?
Yeah, I think it may have been inspired by that.
Yeah, because I read a lot of fantasy, so I know a lot of demon things.
Yeah,
and like I just felt to myself like I just didn't understand the motives.
Well, that's what it needed. The creature just fed off orgasmic energy. That's what it needed.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like it said, like it's like nothing like it. I get that, yeah. But then that's claiming that people have been there before. And, like, if they'd been there before, then they were ravished.
I don't know. Let's not try and make it make sense. It's just loaded rubbish, isn't it?
And did we ever find out the name?
Of the creature? No, I just think of it as the sex gas.
God, the sex gas.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's sexy, so it must be pink or purple.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It's like, it must be neon. Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was Gwen's first day on the job. I quite liked how they showed that, like, you know, when they got to the meteorite site and the army people thought she was, you know, they were being patronising to her. And then she's trying to fit in because they're all being cool and, like, quipping and, like, throwing the tools to each other. And she tries to do that and she makes a mistake. It's, like, mortifying, like, first day at a new job. Yeah. I think they captured that quite well.
Yeah.
You asked me if I think Torchwood pays well.
Yeah.
I think it probably does because it's paid by the Crown. Yeah.
And Thingamajiggy has a very nice car.
Owen.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. A very flash car and a very flash apartment overlooking Cardiff Bay.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking to myself, yeah. And then, like, yeah, they must pay some significant amount of pay well. There must be, like, something.
Yes, I mean, you'd want it, wouldn't you, for the risk that you're taking doing the job, but...
Because you're protecting planet Earth.
Yeah.
Or is there any two-parters?
Not really. There's the finale, the penultimate one sort of feeds into the last one, but they're quite separate.
Okay.
Yeah, they're only really individuals. But we're watching them all in pairs from now on anyway. Yeah. So, also we found that we had that scene, where they were eating and then Jack went to the loo, and we found out that the team don't really know anything about him.
Yeah.
I like that scene as well because it's like you assume that they know because they've been a team for ages.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he's gone, they turn on Gwen and they're like, "So what's he told you about himself?" It makes him a bit more like a Doctor figure, like because it's Doctor Who, like that's the mystery. Who is he? I think it's the same with Torchwood. It's like we as viewers, if we've seen Doctor Who, we know more about Jack than the team do.
We call him Jack Who.
Jack Who. Anything else from episode 2 that you wanted to talk about?
No.
Not the clinic, the fertility clinic.
Oh, yeah. I'll glaze over this. I turned to Stephen and said, well, it's turned a bit rapey now.
Yeah, but I think it was all along. Yeah. Apart from the guy in the club, that was consensual. Every other thing she did was non-consensual. Like I
think the man who said, "I never loved you," I think that was consensual because he was the sleazy bugger. He wanted look at the face of him.
You say that, but like she was exerting that pheromone over everyone. So who knows what was actually consensual?
Yeah.
It was an irresistible pheromone that it worked on Gwen.
Yeah.
Like who knows what was consensual?
That's very true.
Yeah. May not even have been with the guy in the club.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The poor gay man who...
Oh, he was so like such a typical gay, wasn't he?
Right.
When she was like, "Oh, I can help you," and he's like, "I don't think so, love. I'm gay."
Oh, right, episode 3.
Yes, episode 3 was called Ghost Machine. We watched that last night. It's a very dark one.
It is a dark one, but it's also quite sweet in the terms of like when we see the machine do bad, but then we also see the machine like when she takes it home and she sees herself sad and happy.
The memories with Reese. Yes, I like that scene.
And she realises that she wants to come home to him. She wants to be with him. This is where she belongs. That's sweet.
I absolutely love Gwen and Reese's relationship.
Yeah.
They're very...
I wonder if they married in real life.
Why?
They've got nice chemistry.
They do have nice chemistry, but I don't think... No, they're not together. It's called acting.
Yeah, all right.
What do you think about the fact that she has to keep Torchwood a secret from him?
That happens in a lot of lines of work.
Well, to an extent.
No, a lot of lines of work.
Like in the civil service?
Yeah, like you can't... If you're on like MI5, you can't talk about it.
No, you can't talk about it, but at least they know that you work for MI5.
No, you probably wouldn't be told.
Really?
Yeah, that's highly classified information.
Oh.
Who works for a fucking spy agency?
Yeah. Well, I knew
classified
I knew someone at
information.
uni whose partner worked for the Ministry of Defence.
That's different.
And she wasn't
That's
allowed to
army
know.
and all that.
Yeah, but she wasn't allowed to know any details about anything he did. But
Yeah,
she
but
did. She at least knew that he.
but MI5 is very specific.
Oh, I see. So it really would be completely secret.
Yeah, it's confidential.
But okay, but from a storytelling point of view, like that's got to put a strain on their relationship.
Of course it does, and we see it do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, secretive work happens in a lot of avenues of life. Like you've got military, political, all those type of jobs have a level of secrecy. Being a spy.
Yeah, Owen was a bit of a maverick in this episode. He went off on his own and
Hunted down Ed.
Yeah, which I like. It showed a dark side of him, but also quite a light side of him, that he wanted justice, for this poor girl that had been murdered and raped and murdered. And he wanted justice. It showed a good side to him, but the way he went about it was really scary.
Yeah, I do agree with you, but I also think like if the old man, like it was quite interesting to see how he performed it and how they wrote it, because it showed that acts like that can really corrupt your mind and corrupt you into crumbling within yourself. Like, so he had paranoia and depression.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
and like all directly linked to his one act.
It ruined his life.
Yeah,
like
these things do ruin your life.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm sympathetic.
No, I'm not sympathetic, but
yeah.
But I thought the old man was a bit... He wasn't the greatest actor in the world.
He was all right.
Yeah,
he reminds me of Richard Griffiths.
He reminds me of like some like the Dingles.
Who?
Like from Edmundale,
Oh, okay.
the Dingles.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I liked the machine. I thought the machine was a good idea. And it's another one of those, it's an artifact that they decide is humans shouldn't have access to it.
Yeah.
So it gets locked away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Torchwood Series 1 is shaky, to say the least. And it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
So you may feel like we're building up a tone here, and then there may be episodes coming up that fall outside of that tone, and you might think, okay, it feels like watching a different show now.
Yeah.
So they were really trying to work out what they were doing.
Well,
But
surely shouldn't you work out what you want to do prior to making a TV show?
I guess it's hard. I guess it's hard when you've got a writer's would they have had a writer's room, or is it more just? I think they would have commissioned scripts from individual writers. I don't know. But there are some really good high points to come. So let's look forward to that.
I think I'd enjoy Ghost Town a lot more.
Ghost Machine.
Yeah, a lot more if we weren't interrupted by the plumber.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We had to pause it halfway through for the emergency
and
plumber.
not just for like 10 minutes, for about an hour and a bit.
Yeah.
So it was a bit disjointed.
Hard, yeah. Would you say that was your favourite one so far?
Probably.
Okay, so Ghost Machine at the top. Is day one the worst, or was the first one the worst for you?
Probably day one, it was just a bit juvenile in tone.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And like it felt like a teen show rather than, well, a very graphic teen show.
Yeah.
Like Skins.
Yeah.
Like that type of tone where it was just like...
Yeah.
Because she was a teenager, she was 18.
Karis.
Yeah, and it was 18, 19, and I just think to myself... And Gwen was really nice in that episode, like saying like, come on, bitch, take me.
That's Gwen's the heart of the team. Like she brings the humanity that they need. For me, I would say I think episode 1 is probably my favourite of the 3 we've watched so far.
Okay.
Then Ghost Machine, and then Day 1 at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact, by the way, that was the first of 2 episodes of Torchwood that are called Day 1.
Oh dear Lord.
Because Children of Earth is Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. So there's 2 episodes called Day 1, funnily enough.
But it'd be COE Day 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So that's our first Torchwood episode.
I wouldn't write home about it.
Wait and see. I'm glad you're giving it a chance because, it really is worth it.
If I'm going to be honest, I'd prefer to watch Sarah Jane over this.
I promise you it's worth it. I promise you it's worth it. Before we wrap up, I had a couple of messages from our lovely listeners.
Lovely listeners, messages.
Is that the new jingle?
It changes every week.
It does.
Dee. Lovely messages from my lovely viewers.
Listeners.
Viewers.
Okay. So we've had a message from someone on Instagram called The Scottish Nerd.
The Scottish Nerd, hello.
Hello, Scottish Nerd. Thank you for messaging. Scottish Nerd says, hello, I found your podcast a week ago and binged all the episodes, and I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Holy moly, that's a lot of Ben and Stephen.
There's a lot of Ben, and yeah.
I'm more of the, intense one.
You could say that, yeah. That is commitment, though, to binge all the episodes in a week.
It is very commitment. And I will say this, me and Stephen will talk about this. We'll talk about that. I may have undiagnosed ADHD, but because my mind is things. But that's
write
crazy.
in with your opinion if you think that's likely. Please don't. That's that. No.
But anyway, what did the Scottish Nerd say?
He carries on and he says, would you guys do any of the extended media, such as books or audio? I think.
Funny you ask. Stephen's brought a book today.
Yeah, we went to Waterstones today, and I came out with the Target novelisation of Fires of Pompeii by James Moran. I've started reading it. I've read the first couple of chapters. It's a bit clunky so far for me. But anyway, I honestly can't imagine us covering really any extended media. It's difficult enough to get Ben to watch the main show, like spin-offs like Torchwood. But you never know. I think that's a bit much to. I mean, I don't even listen to audios or read the books.
You probably would though.
No, I don't think so. I've tried. I've listened to clips and things, and they just don't do it for me. Scottish Nerd says, P.S. Also, is it just me, or is the Sixth Doctor's coat just a massive pride flag? That's the one, you said you thought he was quite fashionable. A really colourful coat.
With the umbrella?
Yeah.
Oh, I love his outfit.
Yeah, so Ben's seen the pictures on
three doctors,
on BritBox of the classic Doctors.
Yeah, the 3 Doctors that have question marks all over them. I love them.
Oh my God. See, that's cringy for me.
I think it takes him into a weird realm.
Yeah.
Like, it takes him into this quirky element.
But don't you think it's a bit too self-aware? It's like he knows he's in a programme called Doctor Who. Like, it's not a mystery to him. He knows who he is.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he's trying to answer the question of the universe. So he's answering his own questions. Okay. He's got his own questions to answer.
Whatevs.
I don't know. I think it's a great motif. And it ties in well with the title. And I just think it works well.
Yeah. Okay. That's the thing. I think they started bringing in question marks with, I think, Peter Davison. Like, they might have had on his collar a couple. And then they added it with Colin Baker. And by the time it's Sylvester McCoy, his jumper is like just covered in question marks.
Yeah,
and
that's the 80s day for
question mark on his umbrella handle.
See, I would have done, for me, if I was gonna tweet them for Doctor today, just the umbrella. Do something very sleek, like a suit or some kind of clothing, very simple.
Yeah. Like
a trench coat. Does Tennant wear a trench coat, or is it a blazer?
He's got a trench coat as well.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and then I think the question mark umbrella might work, or maybe just a bow tie or maybe even just a brooch with a question mark on it.
I don't know. I don't think that we need any question marks.
I think so. Like,
what about
maybe it could be like a brooch that Rose brought him. And like he holds it so close to his heart. Maybe it'd be cool if like every companion parts ways with him and leaves some kind of trace of themselves within. Like, she left a hoodie, did she not?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. Anywho.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like those.
Okay. One more final thing from Scottish Nerd. He says, if you could bring back something to Doctor Who that we've not seen in a while, what would you bring back?
Cat-nuns.
Cat-nuns.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you might be in luck in Series 3.
But do it properly.
Oh, okay. We'll see. For me, what would I bring back that we've not seen in a while? Might be fun to see K9 again.
Oh, yeah.
But make him work in a way that works for the modern show.
What about Flea 9?
What?
Flea 9.
Are you trying to do something with feline for a cat?
Yeah. F9.
Yeah, what would the cat version of K9 be?
Cybercat.
Fee, as in Fe, as in iron. It's the chemical symbol for iron. Feline. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. You're so smart, aren't you?
Why?
Off the top of your head, you come up with that. It takes me hours to work out names and have to go on to Google Translate, find the Latin, find the German, find the French. See if I can merge those words together. They don't work, so then I just make up my own dibbly crip.
Okay.
That was supposed to be dibbly shit. But anyhow.
Okay.
Thank you for your comment. It was very fun to answer.
Yes, thank you, Scottish Nerd, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We also have a message from the lovely Alice.
Alice, you have the same name as my favourite character in Vicar Dibley.
Okay. Alice says, just wanted to say I love the podcast. I'm not much of a podcast listener, but these are the perfect length, and I've binged the show over the last couple of days. So another one who's binged all our episodes.
Oh my God, that's very intense.
I just can't imagine that.
Stephen gets tired of listening to me within the time of editing it.
No, I don't. When have I said that?
Yeah.
I thought you meant in real life I get tired of listening to you.
We all know that.
I'm sure you get tired of listening to me.
No.
And this is the best part of her message. She says, I almost forgot. I wanted to thank you for being very vocally supportive of trans people in the podcast. It really creates a safe space and I feel very welcome.
We love everyone. Yeah. Everyone is welcome here. And I think that it's good to support people that are being oppressed.
Yes.
Because we only can escape it if we work together.
Yeah.
Because trans people support gay people and gay people should support trans people. Because at the end of the day, we are all people.
Yes. I think just to clarify, despite the fact Ben was singing that, he meant it very sincerely, didn't you?
Singing is my love language.
Yes, it may have come across a bit flippant, but no, you 100%.
I'll say it again.
And I agree. No, that's fine.
I'll say it again. We love everyone on this podcast.
We do.
And we being gay men understand that throughout history, trans people have supported gay men, lesbians, whoever you decide to be in life. Trans people have supported everyone. They've never singled anyone out.
Yeah.
And now they're being threatened by people who are scared of people who have said, you know what, I'm going to live my own truth. This is who I am. This is who I want to be.
Yeah.
This is who's in
And
deep
it's not
inside
hurting
me.
anybody.
Yeah, and it's not hurting anyone. And literally, and basically, I will always stand up for someone who can live their own truth.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. There's no LGB without the T.
Yeah.
Yeah, we 100% agree with that. So thank you for that, Alice. I'm glad that we've made you feel welcome, because everyone should feel welcome to listen to this.
Yeah.
Everyone except bigots basically should be welcome to listen to this podcast.
We have a bath mat that says everyone's welcome. So
yeah, it's a bit weird to have that in your bathroom, isn't it? Everyone is welcome.
It is. But it was the gay little first gay thing we brought for the house, for the flat. We moved in together.
Yeah.
And so it's,
Yeah.
Doesn't do a great job, but it looks pretty.
Yes. Sounds like you. No, I'm joking.
Goodbye.
Alice also had a question for you, although I think we may have answered it in the last bit, because she says, based on the classic Doctor costume designs, who interests you the most?
The man with the question mark umbrella.
So the one with the umbrella, the question mark umbrella, that's Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah. And I saw Stephen watch an episode of him, and he was crap.
Oh, come on. He's not that bad.
Stilted. Talk about Stilton. Stunk out the place through the TV. I like his costume. I've always wanted to go and watch... who's the one with the long scarf?
Tom Baker.
Because Mum goes on about him all the time.
Yeah. For many people, he's the sort of archetypal Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the idea. I love this idea that Stephen told me. I don't know if he said it on the podcast. I love this anecdote that he told me.
Yeah.
That this lady was just given all this wool and she was never told what length. So she just used it all.
Yeah. That's basically it. Yeah.
And I was just like, I just love that. And then it became the most iconic thing.
Yeah.
To come out of Doctor Who, because even as not a Doctor Who fan, I knew that Doctor Who had a scarf.
Yeah. Do you picture it as like your mum knitted it, like she was given all this wool and she was like, all right, okay, right, here we go.
Yeah.
I'll just keep knitting in it until you tell me to stop.
That's basically what Mum did with my scarves. I literally just give her wool and she just keeps knitting until she's done.
Yeah. But yeah, those are our latest messages. Thank you very much. It really makes us happy to hear from people. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
We will get through Torchwood over the next sort of 5 to 6 weeks, and then
back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Doctor Who Series 3.
I'm not.
You are.
Bring on Donna. Bring on the little flat blobs. Bring on Donna.
That's Series 4.
Bring on everything.
Yeah. So you can't judge Martha yet. You haven't watched her. You might love her.
I might do, but Donna has won my heart, and I just know. Yeah, she's going to be amazing. Yeah. And I love Catherine Tate.
Yeah, we love Catherine Tate, but give Freema a chance.
Sabrina?
Freema.
Oh,
Freema Agyeman. That's the actress who played Martha.
I will give
But
Martha. Anyway,
we're not on to that yet. We're going to watch the next 2 episodes of Torchwood. If you want to find us in the meantime, you know where we are. We're on
Instagram
at About Time Cast.
TikTok
at About Time Podcast.
Email
abouttimecast@gmail.com. And Twitter at About Time Cast.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Drop us a message or a follow or a like. Give us a rating and review on your podcast app, please. We've had a lovely couple of those recently. I might read those out on the next recording, actually. So we've had some lovely reviews, and that really does make a difference. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you guys. And I just want to say before I go that Stephen still hasn't given me a music box. So all you hear are all the sounds.
They're all live.
Are created by moi.
Yeah.
Live
in the room.
And if singing's not if me singing irritates you, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stop, because if you talk to anyone who knows me very well,
it's just who you are, isn't it?
Yes, and it makes me feel comfortable.
And why should you stop being who you are?
Yeah. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me.
One thing, it's a good mood indicator for you. If you are not singing, we know something's wrong.
Yeah.
And if you are singing, we know you're feeling better.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to go now, Stephen.
Yes, let's call it a night. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Thank you for listening. And until next time,
Stay fantastic. Bye.